Shaking MP.
Looking good, MP.
MP.
Yeah, I don't miss anyways, so just stay out on the wing and give me room to work.
You're so arrogant that sometimes I want to play on the other team.
With your back? I'd love to see you try.
Great. What am I getting myself into?
I can't even imagine what he could be.
Conditioning is something I'd like to focus on this week.
I mean, I was running. You seen a little wear on the court? 2 steps ahead of him, so I might not have heard of it.
My kids, good MP.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K and Orlando going back to the bold pinstripes. Chums, I think I like it. What do you think?
VA, I'm a Chicagoan, so I remember those pinstripe Bulls uniforms. It's a throwback look. From everything I've heard, it's been a very warm reception in Orlando. It's a little bit of nostalgia. Connecting this team to those iconic Magic squads from back in the day in the 90s, I think that's a good sign. I'm a fan.
And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Well, I really respect MP setting such a high bar, not just for himself, but for his team as well. It demonstrates leadership on his behalf, and this sort of approach can certainly draw a lot of attention to try to disprove MP and try to invalidate his ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
And the starting group for Chicago. Kobe White out there with MP. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. Now let's send it down to Ali, who has a report on MP.
Well, here's what MP had to say about facing one of the best teams in the conference. Games like this are bookmarks, he said, potential moments when the big picture unfolds. We want to have our hands raised at the end of these chapters. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah, sounds like it's going to be a real page-turner, Ali. And reaching the NBA, a lifelong dream for MP. He's put in the work to get here. Spent a season in France playing for Paris FC to develop his skills.
And what better place to develop your skills than with Paris FC? Over the last decade, a ton of great French prospects have gotten their start there, and maybe MP might be the first American to jumpstart his career with them.
It's interesting, Shams. Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those were some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest of the league. Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
Here's MP following the three-point basket by Orlando. Can they get it? Rebounded by Suggs.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And it's Wagner missing. The Bulls trail by 9. MP inside, guarded by Bane. Over to the left wing, to the paint. And it's Vucevic, that time on the assist by Buzelis. Vucevic has got his second basket. Outside Bane, pass to Wagner. And Caro outside, fires the three, knocks it down from distance. And Caro's got 6.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
MP scanning the floor. Right wing. And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Shams, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. And when you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's their TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, if you get that ball anywhere near the rim, Carter knows what to do with it.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Dosunmu for 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Caro outside. On the wing, Suggs lets the 3 fly. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 12. Goes up at the elbow. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
Offensive rebound. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
A great job by Carter to secure the board. That's a big part of his role on this team.
The Bulls making a switch here. Smith's checked in. Orlando making some changes. Howard comes in for Bane, and Black subbed in for Suggs. And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Shams, what's changed over the years?
Yeah, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. And so here is Chicago. The Magic making their last shot.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And the layup is good off the glass. Wagner's got 10 points in the game. MP with it. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. 1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. 5 on the clock. Will it go? Again, MP missing.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Carter, a screen on White. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Matase's checked in for Carter. Making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. Then for Chicago, Dosunmu. He's checked in for Williams. White comes in for Okoro. And MP subbed in for Jones. And the Bulls also making a change. Collins, he's checked in for Giddey. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Suggs has got his third bucket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Let's go to the sideline and hear some news about Zach Collins. What's the situation, Allie?
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Bulls. He said it looks to be just a sore foot, but that he should still avoid putting much weight on it. We know he doesn't want to be sidelined, and the staff has already given him the green light. Typically a short recovery window, so with any luck, it will not be slowing him down. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update.
Yeah, we put so much effort into injury prevention in the NBA, but injuries are still going to happen. That's just the unfortunate part of the game.
They've got Goga Bitadze, Anthony Black out there with Jalen Suggs. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Wagner in at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
Wagner's checked in for Black.
Yeah, and he's solid at the stripe. It's the physicality of Wagner that makes him so good.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw, no good.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
The Magic making a switch here. Banchero's checked in. That one's no good. And with 2 of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well-managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide-open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well-managed. That's the key. From deep, MP. Orlando with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Wagner for three. Over MP. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And the bucket is good. 8 points for MP.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Back to Suggs. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Outside Bain. Bataze a screen on White. Down low. And Bataze throws it down.
Yeah, and every year, Bain's playmaking seems to take another leap. Fantastic pass right there.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Black's checked in for Orlando. And the Bulls also making a change. Vucevic is checked in. And a busy summer for trade shops. What went into that frenzy of activity?
Yeah, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bain trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
Yeah, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Shams, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them. Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
They really relied on the perimeter game in that one. Just consistent from distance all night.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop them? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a showing.
Now here's MP. 11 points in the game. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, B.A. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, B.A.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here. No good on the free throw.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Black's checked in for Suggs. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And while they've continued to progress into an elite defense, the Magic knew they had to improve offensively.
When balancing a roster is tricky, B.A., you don't want to lose that defensive identity, but you got to give up something to get something back.
He gets it in there. MP's got 13.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Picked by Carter to the inside. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got 5 assists tonight.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
To the middle. Inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim. Or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. He drops it from range. Baines got 9 points now in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Orlando ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Orlando Magic.
I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean... And circling back to the first half, what about these 2 point guards?
Uh-oh, there's a duel at the point guard position, really testing each.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
On the court for Chicago, Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. Then it's MP, then it's Kobe White, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Orlando leading by 23. Suggs with it, now guarded by MP. From deep, Banchero, and it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds now. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
Black's checked in for Orlando. From deep, MP. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's his 1st foul. Well, Orlando shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
Looking to hopefully get something to drop for him at the line. Missing badly this game so far. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And the Bulls, with 1 playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Banchero surveys from deep. Bain. Rebound by the Bulls. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Chicago passing it around. Yes, it's good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Orlando has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. From deep, Bain. Buzelis grabs the board.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Money. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
Back to Black. Pass to Carter. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Number 1, the Magic.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
MP outside. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Black. Back to Banchero. Up top, Carter. Covered by Vucevic. Carter, a screen on White. Sinks it from distance. He's got 12 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
MP outside. From the arc. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And there's a pick. Wagner, the pass to Bain. Here's Banchero. And the basket is good. Give him 8.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's MP. And they pick up 2.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
Here's Wagner. He's got 13. Pass to Banchero. To the inside. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250, Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Well, Coach, the younger generation in the NBA just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, it's like anything, B.A. I mean, evolution is something that's real, right? People evolve and get better and build on the people ahead of them. You learn from the people ahead of you. The players watch guys as they grow up, and then they learn to do things. The next generation learns from them, and the skill level just continues to improve.
Again, MP missing.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Richardson. Black outside. Nails it from 3. Black's got 6.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
MP outside. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside Giddey. Six to shoot. MP no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Richardson for 3. And again, it's Orlando.
What's wrong with you? I was ready to order my food. You know that she rubbed my shoulder because she wanted tip. Yeah. Tip. What? Tip it in. That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. Was you gonna give it to her? You was gonna give it to her, wasn't you? Girl, you need to calm the down. That's the thickness you was talking about. The thickness. That's what you want, ain't it? That's what you want? I ain't good enough. I ain't good enough because I seen you working. You like what you seen, didn't you? What's wrong with you? I was ready to order my food. You know that she rubbed my shoulder because she wanted tip. The 5 pound. I'm up. You have a great ass. What you need? A needle, baby? What you ain't seen it, baby? I just said a cream, baby. White seat, silent.
The 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's De Silva. He's covered by DeSumo. Black outside. Fires for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. It's stolen. Richardson against Vucevic. Richardson, no good. Chicago shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. And so the ball out of bounds. Batadze touched it last. Orlando making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Then for Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. For the Magic, Isaac, he's checked in for Wagner. And Howard has subbed in for Jones. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Buzelis is checked in for Smith. DeSumo comes in for Okoro. White, he's checked in for Giddey. And MP subbed in for Jones. They've got Jonathan Isaac. He's out there with Goga Batadze. And it's Howard in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. To the middle. Vucevic with a steal. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
The ball's knocked loose. White, the pass to MP. Banked it in off the glass. MP's got 28.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Black outside. Howard against White. Howard, the pass to Black. That 3's off the mark. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you're for real.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Magic have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Pass to Batadze. Batadze, a screen on White. Here's Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Black. Oh, MP with a block. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. 2 on the clock. Howard. Chicago with a rebound. MP outside. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Well, great find by Black. A 6'7" guard with solid vision and impressive instincts.
MP, the pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Here's MP. 2 points. That one goes. MP's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Pass to Batase. And Batase throws it down.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
And so MP will bring it up for the Bulls. Now here's Dosunmu. Back to MP. And here's Black. And there's 1:38 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to the wing.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Magic.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Richardson comes in for Howard. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, B.A., it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Here's Richardson. And it's cleared by Vucevic. 36 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's MP. Puts it in off the killer crossover. MP's got 37.
Man, what a luxury for MP to have handles like that to get himself open.
And the foul called on MP. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. No good on the second free throw.
Well, you know, Anthony Black really shows you the growth a player can make in the NBA. As his team has leaned on him, he's been more productive, more impactful.
Free throw good, MP. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Black. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
So it's the Magic winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Now we send it over to...
Your team came up short on this one, but not you, MP. Are you more frustrated you didn't win on a night you were feeling it, or encouraged that your individual performance bodes well for the future?
Listen, it's cool that my shots were falling, but that's...
Over to you, B.A.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
I'll take one from Ms. Harkin.
MP, earlier today, you guys were kind of called out for being seen as an easy W by a team you've identified through your social media content as one of the top teams in the league.
Just let it dog. Let me speak. Nope. I can't wait to keep my hands on this book. Keisha? I can't wait to keep my hands on this book.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true? Or do you see that more as gamesmanship? Maybe an opponent trying to get in your guys' heads?
I don't really care. I don't mean to sound disrespectful to you, ma'am, but we lost, period. Whether teams actually think we're an easy dub or it's something they say to get us in our feelings, the only response that means anything is winning. So I got nothing else to say about that or anything else.
All right, thanks, MP.
I have a
Now we
question.
can
MP,
right here, MP. Here we go, right here.
I have the best question.
MP.
All it's gonna take, brothers, for you to give a couple compliments. Keep going to the gym. And wait till you start actually working out something. See that background looking like a rose? Actual film. Yeah, so you get that back up, she gonna be in the trunk waiting on you. As soon as you pull up to the deal, she gonna pop out that big with that. You start to the deal, she gonna be like, hey, where you going? When you go to the grocery store, you start getting talking. That's how where are these coming from? And then she gonna think of the matter. If he can't come mess in the grocery store, just tell her. She's being up. If she don't, somebody else gonna find you. Somebody else gonna grab that attention. And it's gonna be, I tried to praise you. Now your ass on the outside to get it. Like this. And she looking like
That's right, college basketball has arrived in 2K26. All season long, you can work your way through 40 levels of unique prizes, including lots of college logos, game day bundles from a variety of colleges that produce some of the biggest names in the NBA and WNBA. And it wouldn't be college basketball without mascots, and there's several you can earn in Season 5. Lots more fun and rewards, including a quadcopter to fly around the city in, badge perks,
She got red hair, and that's all that shit I hard to stand. I'm selling myself and go to hell, but shit I hard to stand.
What the fuck is it? That was bullshit too.
That's all you.